Hello, this demo is designed to give you a high-level overview of all the functionalities of the Revi platform. So beginning on the dashboard tab, there are two main functionalities of this interface here. Number one is simply a UI interface to give you a very good understanding of how your business is performing on a very high level. So beginning with the top left full lead conversion funnel, within any date range, it's going to give you all the information regarding how many leads were created, how many claimed their intro offer, how many attended their first class or session, and how many converted into a membership. Under that, within the same date range, it's going to give you all the data on new membership purchases and new class pack purchases, and then it's going to break down that information a little bit more detail. It's going to give you the total leads created with some more data as you scroll through, leads attending their first class to membership and lead to membership conversion rates, and also your membership renewal versus membership churn rates. So that is the first functionality of this dashboard screen. The second functionality, and the more technical one, is we have artificial intelligence running through the veins of all of the data analytics you see here and set up these AI-driven feedback loops to make sure that the communications are constantly being optimized. So whether that be on the outgoing drip campaigns or the AI auto replies, or both, we are leveraging all of this data to constantly be optimizing that copy with two main goals. The first goal is to increase conversion rates as high as we can, and the second goal is to decrease churn rates as much as possible. So those are the two main functionalities of the dashboard screen. The main functionality of the user insights is this is just all of the data we are pulling from Mariana Tech. So you can see everything that's happening in real time from users, orders, and reservations. There's not a whole lot to see on this screen here, but you can leverage it if you want to check any activity or behavior from any specific lead or client. Next is your automation screen. The automations is where all of your active drip campaigns are and where you can see the entire lead and or client lifecycle from start to finish, beginning with new lead with no next steps and ending with that lead converting to the top tier membership option. So within this functionality, you can click in and see all of the leads that are in this active flow and when they were added to it. You could also see the message template and you have full access to edit this here. So you could click edit, you can communicate with the LLM up top here if you want to edit this flow holistically. So for example, you can say, hey, remove all of the emojis from this flow. It's going to send it back to you with all of the emojis removed. You could also click into the independent messaging. You can edit it manually, or you can send a prompt to your private LLM to edit just this particular message right here. So those are the two main functionalities of the automations tab. Next, we are going to go to the conversations tab. So within conversations, there's three filters up top: outgoing, inbox, and escalations. Within the outgoing, there's not a whole lot to see here. This is just designed to show you all of the outbound messaging that has not had a reply yet. So as you click through here, again, it's just going to be outbound messaging that has not had a response. The moment a lead does reply, it is removed from outgoing and added to inbox. And this is where your private LLM infrastructure takes over. Once the message is added to inbox, if the information of the response is already in the AI's knowledge base, it's going to automatically reply to that lead. So for example, if it's something that has to do with Mariana Tech, like, hey, is there any room in the 8 a.m. class tomorrow? How many credits do I have left on my account? How much money is this membership or class pack option? So on and so forth. All of that data is in Mariana Tech, which is in our knowledge base. So the AI is going to be able to automatically reply to that query. If it doesn't find the answer in Mariana Tech, it's then going to scrape your entire front-end website for an answer. If it also doesn't find one there, instead of a traditional AI chatbot model that then leverages public models such as ChatGPT or Gemini, any of those, to automatically respond, we want to avoid that because we're trying to avoid any inaccuracies or AI hallucination. So we simply say, hey, this response is not yet in the knowledge base. So instead of taking a guess, we're simply going to escalate it and we're going to ping the account manager and say, hey, there's a manual response needed in your Revi dashboard. So you can click in, you can manually respond to that lead or client. Once you respond, it's removed from escalations, added back into inbox, and that response is tracked and stored by the LLM. So when that question comes up again, the AI then knows how to answer. So it's just the whole notion of the longer Revi is used, the stronger and stronger the knowledge base grows. So the more automated and optimized all of the operations become. And on that same concept, we want to make sure that your private AI infrastructure is learning as quickly and as efficiently as it possibly can. So we also incorporated these AI auto reply feedback loops. So for example, you have the interface here where all of the messaging sent in blue is sent by automation or account manager. All of the messaging sent in yellow is sent by artificial intelligence. And when a message is sent by artificial intelligence, you have this simple thumbs up, thumbs down interface right here. If you click thumbs up, that simply validates the artificial intelligence and says, okay, that was a good way to answer it. If you click thumbs down, then a little pop-up box appears and basically says, okay, no problem, how would you have answered? And you can enter right there how you would have answered that query. And your response is also tracked and stored by the LLM. So it knows, okay, the next time this comes up, I'll answer it the way you answered it. And then, of course, you can keep track of all of that response back in the dashboard, back in this AI feedback details section right here. You can see what all of those responses were in real time from you. Next, you have the CRM Actions tab. So this is designed to just be the highest impact place to look if you are looking to see what requires action within Revi. So we have an AI agent layer that is constantly scrubbing all of the conversations that are happening that are looking for required action in Mariana Tech. So what that means is if a conversation leads to someone needing to book a class, cancel a class, sell a membership, sell a class pack, cancel a membership, anything like that, the AI is going to escalate those action items into the CRM Actions tab right here. That way you know exactly where to look for these and you don't need to scrub through all the conversations. So for example, you could click into one of these, you could click connect with user to see what that conversation was. Once it's handled, you could go back to CRM Actions and you could change this from pending to resolved, and then there's no more further action needed there. Next is the broadcast tab. This is exactly how it sounds. This is where you can send all of your broadcasts. So if you want any marketing communications to go out outside of these daily automations, you can then go into the broadcast tab and click create broadcast. And this is where, for example, you can send a message out to every lead who created an account in Mariana Tech over the last 5 years that didn't take any further action. You can send out broadcasts right through this tab right here by naming the broadcast, by choosing the recipients, by scheduling it in the future, or for immediate send. You can then prompt your private LLM right here. Hey, I want to offer 50% off the first session for all of these leads. Click generate message. That message pops up right here. You click create broadcast, and that's all you have to do. This functionality, I also highly suggest leveraging your full-time dedicated account manager to do if you don't want to handle those broadcasts yourself to ensure 100% accuracy. And that brings me to the last functionality of Revi, last but not least. This is your full-time customer support chat right here. So within this chats tab, this is where you have direct access to your full-time dedicated account manager, and they are here to assist you with anything you need. Whether you have questions, whether you want to report on a feature enhancement request, or even if you want to say, hey, I'm going away for a week and I would love for you to handle all of these conversations and all of the replies. We're here for you. We have a true belief in that symbiotic relationship between artificial intelligence and automation, and also that human account manager that can really assist you along the way. So that was just a quick less than 10-minute high-level overview of Revi. I hope that helps, and I am here for you if you have any questions. Thanks so much for listening.